Hey guys, let's talk Abilify. 30 days ago, I was prescribed Abilify for bipolar disorder. I have tried to treat bipolar naturally for many years, of course, to no avail. My doctor felt that Abilify was the best choice for me. So this is my experience in the last 30 days I've been on Abilify. Okay, so let's talk about the negative part. Let's get that out of the way, and then we'll talk about the positive. The first thing was, when I first took the Abilify pill, I was leaving the psychiatrist's office and I took my first pill and I went to my shop. When I got there, let me tell you something, I couldn't keep my eyes open. I just wanted to go to sleep. It was impossible for me to keep my eyes open. I had to go to my car, to my truck, lay down, and like take a cat nap, and it was still not good enough. I was exhausted. It was like impossible. It's like if I took like NyQuil or something like that, because I just couldn't keep up. And I was like, oh my God, I'm not taking this pill ever again. Never again will I take this pill. I am already tired enough with thyroid problems. I am not going to take a pill that is going to make me even more tired. You know, with the autoimmune and everything, you're constantly tired. I'm like, I'm just not gonna. The next day I went to see my therapist and I told her my experience, and she's like, listen, you know what, that happens to people, so a lot of people take it at night. Why don't you try that? Well, I did. And I completely switched it around. So that was the first negative thing. You can't take that in the morning, in the day, midday. You got to take it at night. The second bad thing that happened to me while taking Abilify at the beginning was that within the third, fourth day, I felt like it was too much. Like it was about to send me on a nervous breakdown. I was constantly having panic attacks, like weird, not like full-blown panic attacks, like I was at the verge of one, but I wasn't. So I called my psychiatrist and I told her, and she's like, listen, don't drink it for today, and then tomorrow take half. So I've been taking half of my pill, my prescribed dose. And so I started doing that. And to be honest with you, those are the only two bad things I felt with Abilify. That's it. Done. When I was about to have a nervous breakdown, and the fact that I fell asleep because I couldn't keep my eyes open. Honestly, I have had no bad experience with Abilify in these 30 days. For me to tell you, don't try it. I really haven't. Right before Abilify, the reason why I went to my psychiatrist, the reason why I decided to make that choice was because my fear had become so severe, I couldn't leave the house. I was afraid of being judged. I was afraid that people were gonna say, she's so ugly, she's so fat, why is she going out? Look at her. So I developed really, really bad agoraphobia. And for those that don't know, it's fear of being in public. So I developed agoraphobia. I developed fear of flying. I developed fear of the ocean, which again, it's very hard for me because I've always been an ocean person. I surf, I'm a marine biologist, and I was just like not having it. I had a panic attack there. If something will go wrong or anything, I will go into like these depressions that will make me think about suicide. I was constantly thinking what would be the best way for me to kill myself. And it's even hard telling you guys about this because I have always loved life and, you know, going out and enjoying myself, but it just got to the point that I just wanted to kill myself. But not only did I hit that low, I would 3 days later hit an extreme high. And my high were, oh, I'm gonna make all these plans and I have all these ideas and I'm gonna go back to school and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that and blah, 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 blah. And I had all these crazy ideas, and I would drive my partner crazy because I'm like, listen, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. And then I didn't get anything done because then it will go down again and I will go into a depression that left me bedridden for weeks. So it was very hard. Once I started taking Abilify, especially when I switched to half. And it seems like now they're going to switch it back to the full dosage. That all stopped. Let me explain. I'm not 100% there, but the low lows haven't been there, and the high highs haven't been there. There's lows and there highs, but let's just say they're like 80% or maybe 75%, and like 100 below or 100 up high. Yesterday was one of those days that I was like, wee, I have so many ideas and so many things I want to do, but it wasn't so severe. And last week I had a problem with my family, whatever, and they sent me in a little bit of a depression, but it was a little bit of a depression. Obviously not normal, sad, moody, or I'm gloomy today. No, we're talking about severe depression, but it wasn't so bad. So what I feel Abilify has done is kind of start leveling me out. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I don't know what's going to happen tonight. But this is what I'm telling you about my experience these past 30 days. And the reason why I want to share this with you, and it's something very personal to me because I've never told anybody about my mental health issues. I have kind of mentioned it here and there, but it's never about how I wanted to kill myself, how I wanted to die. But when I was first diagnosed with bipolar and they were telling me about Abilify, I went online, and I gotta tell you, I barely found any positive reviews. Everybody was saying how bad it was. And so far, that has not been my experience. My experience has been just overall keeping me somewhat balanced, not 100%, but somewhat balanced, just getting me there. And I feel like throughout the months, as the dosage start increasing and they kind of find where the perfect balance for me is, I will probably avoid those lows and highs. But you know, we never know when it comes to mental health, and we never know with medication. You can just develop an allergic reaction, develop some type of like your body doesn't like it anymore. But so far, I feel very positive about this medication. I feel like it's balancing me out. I don't feel like I have these outrages, like this outrage that I will get, and these screams and anger, and the mania is not just ideas, it's also anger and disappointment in others that they don't have the ideas that you have, or the depression you can't explain it to people because people just like, oh, get up, go outside, enjoy your life, and you're like, that's not how it works. I wish it was, because that's what I would be doing, but that's not how it is. So, and now what I do is I take Abilify at night. Around 9:30, 10 o'clock, I take the half of Abilify, and let me tell you something, it makes me go to sleep all the way until the next day. And that's another thing. I couldn't get up in the mornings, and I was always the 24-hour friend. I was always the person that went out and partied, and then at 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm calling my friends, let's go to the beach, let's go surfing, let's go. It got to the point that I couldn't do that. It got to the point that I didn't want to get up in the mornings. It was just not worth getting up in the mornings. The fact that I own a business, the fact that I own a house, the fact that I own a rescue, the fact that I am surrounded by amazing animals, amazing dogs, the fact that I was saving other animals' lives, but nothing brought me out of that bed. I was just worthless, ugly, stupid. I couldn't get up. I couldn't get up. 9:30, and I was like, well, I guess I'm gonna have to do this. Now with Abilify, it's 6:30 in the morning and I'm up. I'm like, hey, let me get the day going. Hey, I gotta go do this. Let me go ahead and do it. You can actually see on my channel, my waves of putting videos disappearing, putting videos disappearing. That's basically how my life has been. Up and down, hiding from people because I'm afraid of them looking at me because I feel like a monster. Abilify has kind of like made me feel like I have the right to exist. I have the right to be here. I have the right to live, to go places, to enjoy myself. Take a look at my ideas, because honestly, I love the mania stage because I love the ideas. That's where I'm most creative. But this time I'm looking at the creative side more objectively, because I'm balanced to see that. I'm balanced to get back on my bike and be more consistent. But this is just the beginning because like I said, it's not 100% there. But I really wanted to share these 30-day experience with you because none of the people that I've seen on YouTube or anything like that have said anything positive about Abilify. And it scared me. Like, I didn't take it for like a week after my doctor prescribed it because I was like, I don't want to go through that. They talked about weight gain. I'm the same. They have talked about getting more depressed. To be honest with you, I don't want to say anything negative that they said because I don't want to scare you. I want to let you know that try it, give it a try, at least 30 days, because honestly, I really feel like it's changing my life for the best. And I feel like I'm able to function as a human being. I don't look in the mirror and look at a monster anymore like I used to do. I'm not saying this is perfect, guys. Just, this is not perfect. I'm not perfect. But compared to the past several years where the suicidal thoughts were just getting stronger and stronger, and the mania was getting crazier and crazier, and the agoraphobia was getting worse. I'm a monster. I'm so ugly. How can I even go outside? And it was really bad. That's why, like I said, I lost a lot of my friends because they were like, what is wrong with Wendy? Why isn't she going out? Why isn't she coming out to hang out with us? What is the problem? And I always had an excuse. I didn't pick up the phone. I just couldn't even talk to them. I couldn't talk to anybody. Only my partner was there for me to speak to. Nobody else, not even my family. My family and I are not that close for me to be like, oh, so it was basically just my partner. But I don't want to finish this video on a negative note because I want you that if your doctor prescribes your Abilify, if you're down in the dump and you're up in the sky, I want you to give it a try at least for 30 days and see where it leads you. I don't want you to suffer as long as I did and maybe even commit suicide because you were afraid of, taking a small, tiny, because it's a tiny little pill. And if you've tried other things and they're not working, there's no harm on trying this one little pill. I don't want to leave the video on a negative note because, like I said, this medication has really helped me somewhat keep balance. I keep going up and down, but not as much. And I didn't find anybody positive talking about it. It was like, everybody was like, it's terrible, it's bad for you, it doesn't help me, it did this, it did that. I'm like, I was petrified. Guys, like I was like scared. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try it. It's either this or I die. I never know what's gonna happen. And I did, and I feel so much better. So let me know if you guys tried it, if it has helped you. Let me know if you're gonna give it a try. I can make another video about it because I really don't want you going through what I did and go through all that hell. It's not worth it. There's help out there, guys. And you just need to try it. So anyways, thank you so much, guys. Please subscribe to my channel, give it a like if you like this video, and share with others so you can help others understand that it's okay to try Abilify and maybe help them out too. You never know. Like me, I hid instead of telling my friends or family what I was going through. So I'll see you guys next time.